Somebody said they wanted me to elaborate on Brittany Venti's history, right? Um, every one of these anti-red pill channels, have a past, and all you have to do is go down, and you'll see a pattern. Now, Brittany Venti does not give a shit about men's rights. She doesn't give a shit about anything. She been a big joke for nearly 10 years now. And she covers herself up with fake satire in order to mask the fact that she has nothing going on for herself. Now, I'm going to show you that Brittany Venti, all she does is go after other females who are more successful than her, but she always been jealous of other women, and she pushed herself to be anti-red pill, anti-manosphere in order to get views, because she knows that it's she understands, well, she grifts from the fact that, because I got distracted, she grifts from the fact that she can't hold her own and have her own views, and she has to grift. When she doesn't get enough attention, what she does is go after everybody else, but when her views go low, she has to team up with other people, and she has to get into little stupid beefs, right? At some point, she was trolling online, then she was going against pedos, then she was an activist for other shit. But if you go down her list, her whole thing was going after certain men, and then, but that was 2 years ago. We got to go back. Now, she can't handle the fact that other women are more successful than her. So she covers it up as being an advocate for anti-porn or anti-corn. She turns around and she tries to advocate for this. I seen this trick is done. This trick is done by people who don't have anything else new. It's a grift. It's kind of like the Fresh and Fit and all these people who pretend like they red pill people, but they're not. She's the opposite of this. So when that doesn't work, when she goes after the anti-corn shit, she goes after the manosphere. Then she teams up with other women who do certain content, and when that fails, she goes back to the manosphere because she knows the manosphere is hated by people. So, and also they jump to anything that they can, right? So this is 3 years ago. Politics. She went after Pokemon. She goes after other women in the space. I want to show you, the fact is that her and her best friend, I could be wrong. This is me speculating. I'm not like them. But at some point, her best friend basically decided not to be around her when she kept going after other women and went after the manosphere and went after red pill. So I'm going to show you, the fact is that her friend right here was when Brittany Venti got sick. So I'm going to give you an example. Isn't it funny that they tell men to get their shit together, and men have to just keep being these working men and all this. But then you have a chick like her. She stayed in front of her screen, and you can tell. The funny thing about some of these guys, they don't really think with their fucking head. If guys was in front of a computer screen their whole time, every day, they would have some side effects. Brittany Vinci was in front of her computer screen so much that she started to get headaches. Basically, she couldn't sleep like that. And I don't know what the diagnosis is, but I forgot what it's called. But basically, she ended up being hurt by the fact that she was always on her computer. And her back started messing up because she was always sitting in that chair. She's the definition of the incels she talk about who in their mom's basement. But she ends up getting hurt by that stuff. So her best friend was on stream 3 years ago doing streams for her because the fact is she couldn't do it because Brittany was hurt. Because her on stream, I think here, let's give you a history lesson 3 years ago, and let her explain why she's sick. Here you go.
Bottom heavy, so I don't get much of the fat in my arms or, believe it or not, or my torso. Britt looks pretty buff. Want to find out? 5 to 10 people. And so I went on the last story with my very big friend. He's like very wide. But even so, it's different talking to a stream than I'm trying to go for the Guinness thing.
So this is what she does. This has been her life for almost 10 years. Sitting in front, getting donations, saying stupid shit, and then for some reason she wants to be taken seriously. And then everybody pretended she was this super warrior against Just Pearly Things. Now, I'm not on Just Pearly Things' side by no means. But everybody who talk about Just Pearly Things, she could hit back at all of them without no problem. She can hire PI, she can hire some hackers, and she can get their information down pat. And she can just start destroying them. O'Shea Duke Jackson back down to Saint the Sinner when Saint the Sinner was digging into O'Shea's past. Even made his father come online and apologize for his son, which was epic and shit. But O'Shea put that in the past and he never talked about Saint the Sinner no more. No matter what Saint the Sinner says, he never said anything. He never says anything about Saint the Sinner because he want to stay away from him because he don't want that smoke from Saint the Sinner like he did before. There's some people that a lot of these anti-red pill dudes don't go against. They won't go against certain men because they know no matter if you're in Africa, they'll still take you down. And remember how everybody was talking about Brittany Vinci's sister and Brittany Vinci's best friend. But nobody ever talked about, not Brittany Vinci, Just Pearly Thing's best friend. And Just Pearly Thing's best friend came out. Imagine if people started grilling Brittany Vinci's best friend or former best friend, because I don't see them interacting with each other no more like that. So, let's,
Well, I mean, I couldn't do that at the time because it wasn't turning on. But that's not a bad idea for when I want to change it, because I have liquid cooling in my.
Now, mind you, this is her best friend. Her best friend got married before she did. Her best friend moved, and her best friend doesn't have streams about all this weird shit. Her best friend was like, her best friend is literally the opposite of her and probably move away from her because how fucked up and toxic this girl is. What the fuck? Oh, man. So,
streaming PC. I don't. A hardware tape measure. Chihuahua. Why? Anemone didn't make it. My again soon. I think we all hope we can squeeze our hogs to Brittany. Extremely debatable. Congrats on being engaged. Thank you. Thank you. Do you hate yourself as much as Brittany? I love myself because I'm made in the image of God. That's not why I love myself. That's partly why I love myself.
So, like I said, you can do your own research. Basically, she was sitting in. Basically, she got. What was it? Basically, if you sit in a chair and you have your neck in a phone, or you sitting at the computer screen for so long, it start affecting you, long-term effects. And that's what happened with Brittany Venti. She couldn't stream for a number of she couldn't stream for a number of weeks because the fact. Here we go. I think this is it right here.
Everything in cash. That's what I normally do, but that's a problem when you go to hospital because it's thousands upon thousands of dollars in the U.S. As you guys know, and I'm concerned about that, obviously, how that'll affect my credit and all that.
And also, you have to understand, this is 3 years ago. She put herself in debt because she didn't go to the gym, she didn't work out, she wasn't healthy. And she put herself in debt going to the hospital. Now you kind of see why she making anti-red pill content and going after just pearly things, because it's the popular thing to do to get herself out of the debt that she had herself in after her hospital bullshit that she had going on. If you go into somebody's life and you see them saying things, doing certain things now, you have to understand. You have to understand where it comes from. You have to understand why somebody's doing something now and they didn't do it in the past, right? So let's hear it again.
This music's so loud. And so basically, when I was at the ER, they ran a bunch of tests. They ran like 3 different brain scans, 3-letter scans that I don't remember the acronyms for, like MRI, I don't even remember, CAT scan, and then there was another one being kept there, which I was suffering because it's like, I don't want to be here. The hospitals are like, the hospitals feel dirty. Yeah, but the hospitals feel dirty, and the nurses, like, they treat you like NPCs. Like, I tried to crack a joke at one, and like they didn't even like really entertain it or anything. It was like I felt dehumanized at the hospital, and I thought like at least they would like. And that's another problem. I can't find every position I'm in is always uncomfortable, whether I'm laying down, side, whatever, and I have to keep moving. I'm never comfortable anymore. Like,
see? So this is what happens when you have a girl who gets to do anything they want and they don't get called out and tell them to go self-improve, to not do shit, they get to sit around and do whatever they want, creating problems. I mean, I seen women literally get injured from being party people, right? They end up not being able to walk no more because they have a certain lifestyle, and then they want everybody to feel sorry for them. while the men get told that they need to self-improve and get on their shit and this and this and that. But then when we get on our shit and we improve ourselves, we gotta deal with these women after the fact that they were be able to fuck their lives up and fuck their bodies up from doing whatever they wanted to do. Yeah, sure.
Ever. I'm in a constant state of discomfort. And, but when I was at the hospital, the nurses and stuff and the doctors, it's like, they're like, distant. Like, more so than other professionals. And it sucked. It sucked being at the hospital. I didn't like it. And the food was really bland. Like, I know, haha, airline food type of joke, but, like, they don't even salt their chicken tenders, like, at all. It was so bad. And, they kept, giving me, like, pain medications and anti-acid medications, stuff like that. And then at one point, one of these fucks gave me an N95 mask, but it was straight out the packaging, and it smelled like chemicals, like this, like, you know, like taking the blanket off, and then when I got discharged, when they gave me the papers, first of all, the doctor now, it has become hard. I do it, but it's become hard. It's become difficult. And so, you know, they have me calling all these things, trying to figure all this out when something's wrong with my head. It's kind of hard to figure things out when something's wrong with my head in the first place, right? So now I don't have an MRV scheduled, and I had somebody else call. They called back as well. And they said, oh, the reason we haven't scheduled your MRV is because you're uninsured. And this is actually an outpatient procedure, which means you have to pay up front. And I don't have insurance, like I said at the beginning of the story. So, and I obviously don't have, you know, I'm not trying to be homeless either, right? So basically, they're like, yeah. So you need to call and set up a payment plan, or which is like set up a payment plan for several thousands of dollars for one test. So yeah, I need that test, and I need it done so that I know what's wrong with my head, so that I can get better. Because right now I can't get better because I've been ran in circles, my health has been neglected, and I can't get the test I need done. And I see the super chats, guys. I'm gonna get to it. I promise. I'll get to it. I just think it's really important to get through this explanation, because like people probably, I've seen people like tell me, oh, you need to stop like pretending. It's like you don't have to stream. It's like, do you guys don't even know how many days I've cried about like not being able to stream, especially like things where it's like the shoe stuff where I've been vindicated and I want to talk about it, or like the Twitch guys suing for Twitch sauce. These are like, guys, you know I want to talk about it. You know I have things to say. You know I have jokes to say. Like, this is a time where I do. I know like sometimes I'm inconsistent. These are definitely times where everyone else is having their comeback but me. Do you know how that makes me feel? It makes me feel so... It makes me feel shitty. Like, literally everyone's coming back. Like 4 different people came back. I'm just out of the ring, and everyone else is in the ring. Everyone but me is in the ring. And the time where I need to be in the ring, I'm out of the fucking ring. And that has been so...
And this is her whole entire life online. Nobody calls her an incel. I mean, she lost 2 boyfriends because she was bad at sex. I mean, it's a known factor of her ex-boyfriend Mason, that big breakup with her. He says she's trash in bed.
frustrating. It has been so frustrating to be out of the ring when everyone else has made their comeback and they're in the ring fighting. And I can't be in the ring. I'm injured. So that's been really messing me up. And that's why I feel like I should like try to explain to you guys so you guys understand. Like, I'm not streaming for fun. Like, I can't do anything, really. Like, some days I can't even read because, like, my head is just such a problem. Some days, like, you're just in bed and you can't do anything but listen to a podcast. It's, like, debilitating. I'm happy, like, at least today is, like, a better day and, like, I can be on the computer, I can talk and stuff like that, but yeah, so, I'm trying to figure out what to do, how to get the test I need done. It's like a downer when everything's already fucked in 2020. My 2020 is fucked in particular, but like, fuck this year. Like, we have to pretend like it didn't happen. Like, just delete it. Like, it shouldn't count as a year. Nobody lived this year, and life is living. So we should just... 2020 is canceled. 2020 doesn't count as a year.
So it doesn't count because you didn't get what you wanted.
Wasn't lived. Nobody lived in 2020, okay? Everyone was at home, stuck home, getting masturbation addictions to girls on OnlyFans, and all these girls are signing up to OnlyFans because they have no money. They have to prostitute themselves to...
And she trolls, but then she thinks she's better than the OnlyFans girls, but she's a grifter. I mean, 3 years later, she's going around attacking red pill content creators, attacking other women, and then she ended up being knocked down by Eliza Blue and took her out of Twitter, and then she went around and got mad at everybody else.
So, I'm conservative pot activist in Texas. Try dabs.
So, that's So, one of the funniest things this is the thing, alright? She has more videos and she just deleted them, where she make a fool of herself. This has been a trend. There's so many people that was against the Black Manosphere and all types of other men's movements. I can name a whole bunch of people. People who used to hang out with O'Shea. And their videos, there's everybody who got their start from O'Shea, a lot of their views don't do shit no more. Because they can't siphon off of... They couldn't siphon off of the Manosphere name no more. They don't have big people backing them. All the pro-blacks who came up from O'Shea, they have pretty much no views. They at the same view level as me. Right? I'm a small channel. Always been. Right? But they have smaller views than me when they used to have big views. And they have to stay next to O'Shea in order to keep those big views. So they have to grift back and forth of things. You know, you see your boy O'Shea, he's staying away from the Saint the Sinner Adam 22 shit. Because he know if he talk about Saint the Sinner again, Saint the Sinner will give him that work like he did before. These anti-red pill people, they know who to fuck with and who not. That's why they go after the same group of people. Sneeko, Pearl, Fresh and Fit, and all these other clowns on top of that. Because they know if they mess with the real red pill guys, people will start exposing them. Now, let's see what her best friend is doing. Jessica. Five months ago. This is what her best friend does. She has no grifting streams. Her friend is pure. Her friend is married. She doesn't get a lot of views because she's not like her friend grifting. Now let's see. Let's go more. Let's go down. Let's go to more. Her friend has no view. Her friend has low views because she doesn't grift. She doesn't go after other women. She doesn't go after the red pill. She do the complete opposite of what her so-called friend does. Don't you notice that she doesn't have Britney on her stream? She don't have Britney on her page. So it's funny that Just Pearly Things ain't asking her so-called best friend about Brittany Venti. A lot of these people did a lot of low blows. And guess what? Trust me. A lot of red pill people spared some of these people. I can give credit to Undead Chronic because Undead Chronic, even though he's obnoxious, he sit back and wait until these people get divorces, and then he be destroying them because a lot of them talk a lot of shit. All he has to do is wait. Same thing with me. All I got to do is wait. Everybody has a past that they don't delete. A lot of these guys are arrogant and they think that nobody gonna go through their feeds, so they erase a couple videos. Don't y'all understand that a lot of these anti-passport, anti-red pill people, after they're talking shit about people, they die the fuck out? They all died down. And then I'm being told that a lot of these females are pretending they local women overseas, trying to get certain black men so they can come back over here and tell people's business. What kind of loser shit is that? So let me I'm gonna kind of get after this video. I'm gonna talk about that one. So never believe a person who's against somebody and they think they're doing it for for noble reasons, because a lot of them doing it for money. This is a story of a anti-red pill chick who is a grifter, and even her own best friend don't really mess with her like that no more.